Jennifer Prescott, 34, was a part-time librarian known for her warm smile and love of floral dresses. Her husband, Nathaniel Prescott, 36, was a rising star at a nearby tech company, admired for his analytical mind and relentless work ethic. To their neighbors, they seemed like the perfect couple, young, successful, and deeply in love. But behind closed doors, a very different story was unfolding. One shaped by unfulfilled dreams, quiet resentment, and a desperate decision that would lead to unimaginable consequences. Jennifer grew up in a small Vermont town as the only child of a high school English teacher and a nurse. From an early age, she found comfort in books, spending hours in libraries immersed in stories of love and adventure. Her parents encouraged her quiet passions. And as she grew older, Jennifer dreamed of a life filled with family, stability, and romance, the kind she had read about her whole life. Nathaniel's childhood stood in sharp contrast. Raised in a busy household in Hartford, Connecticut, he was the middle child of 5. His father, a successful corporate lawyer, instilled discipline and ambition, while his mother struggled to divide her attention among so many children. Often overlooked, Nathaniel learned early that achievement was the only way to be seen. Their paths crossed in the fall of 2010 at a mutual friend's housewarming party in Boston. Jennifer, then working as a librarian at a private college, was drawn to Nathaniel's confidence and sharp wit. Nathaniel was equally captivated by Jennifer's calm intelligence and warmth. Their relationship moved quickly. Nathaniel spoke passionately about his growing tech career, while Jennifer shared her dreams of opening a bookstore and starting a family. They felt perfectly balanced, his drive softened by her nurturing nature. A year later, Nathaniel proposed during a weekend getaway to Cape Cod. Jennifer accepted without hesitation. They married in spring 2012, surrounded by friends and family, convinced they were witnessing a perfect union. The early years of marriage were happy. They bought a home that balanced Nathaniel's proximity to Hartford's tech scene with Jennifer's desire for a quiet, community-focused life. Jennifer worked part-time at the local library, while Nathaniel rose quickly at his company. They talked often about having children, but as months turned into years without success, the strain began to show. Jennifer endured test after test, each negative result slowly eroding her confidence. Nathaniel, uncomfortable with emotional vulnerability, buried himself deeper in work. Jennifer faced the pain of infertility largely alone. By their 5th wedding anniversary, the cracks were undeniable. As Nathaniel's career flourished, his time at home disappeared. Late nights and weekends at the office became routine. Promotions and bonuses followed, but the cost was his marriage. Jennifer grew increasingly isolated. She tried to talk about their fertility struggles, but Nathaniel deflected, citing stress and exhaustion. In truth, he didn't know how to cope. The turning point came in spring 2018 after another failed IVF attempt. Jennifer fell into deep depression and took a leave from work. Nathaniel, overwhelmed and unsure how to help, withdrew even further. It was then that Jennifer noticed changes. Nathaniel guarded his phone. His explanations for late nights grew vague. There were unfamiliar charges on their credit card. And one evening, Jennifer glimpsed a text message that shattered her remaining doubts. "Can't wait to see you tonight. Miss your touch." When Nathaniel returned home, Jennifer confronted him. The argument was explosive, years of resentment spilling out. At first, Nathaniel denied everything. But when faced with evidence, he finally admitted to the affair. He spoke of feeling disconnected, of pressure, of not knowing how to handle Jennifer's depression. To Jennifer, every word felt like blame. In the weeks that followed, they existed in tense silence. Nathaniel moved into the guest room, promising remorse and change. Jennifer struggled to trust him. Then one night, Jennifer overheard a phone call between Nathaniel and his sister, Olivia. "I don't know if I can do this anymore," he said. "Maybe it's time to admit it's over." Standing frozen in the hallway, Jennifer felt something harden inside her. She couldn't lose him. In her desperation, a dangerous idea took root. If a baby was what it would take to save her marriage, then she would give him one, no matter the cost. Jennifer decided to fake a pregnancy. She planned meticulously. Positive pregnancy tests were purchased and planted. Fake ultrasound images and forged doctors' notes followed. She created a fictional obstetrician, complete with emails and explanations for her lack of physical changes. She researched pregnancy symptoms, joined online forums, and filled journals with emotional entries about motherhood, carefully leaving them where Nathaniel would notice. When she finally told him, Nathaniel reacted with pure joy. He embraced her, apologized for his distance, and promised to be better. For the first time in months, Jennifer felt hope. As weeks turned into months, maintaining the lie became exhausting. Jennifer tracked pregnancy milestones, patted her clothing, and adjusted her behavior daily. Nathaniel became attentive and loving, attending fake appointments and proudly showing ultrasound images to family. The guilt grew heavier with every congratulatory message. As the due date approached, Jennifer knew she needed an ending. She decided a stillbirth would be the most believable explanation, but cracks began to form. Nathaniel's sister, a pediatric nurse, questioned medical details. A chance conversation with a hospital resident raised doubts about the doctor Jennifer claimed to be seeing. Slowly, Nathaniel's analytical mind took over. He researched. He noticed inconsistencies. And when he discovered the doctor didn't exist, the truth became impossible to ignore. On June 14th, 2023, Nathaniel confronted Jennifer. Presented with evidence, her lies collapsed. She confessed, claiming she only wanted to save their marriage. The argument escalated. In a moment of panic, Jennifer shoved Nathaniel. He fell, striking his head. Faced with the consequences, Jennifer made another catastrophic choice. She staged the scene to look like an accident. Nathaniel was rushed to the hospital, but he never regained consciousness. He died from his injuries later that night. Jennifer was arrested. Under questioning, her story unraveled. She confessed to the fake pregnancy, the confrontation, and the push that led to Nathaniel's death. The trial shocked the community. Evidence of the elaborate deception stunned the courtroom. After weeks of testimony, the jury returned a verdict: guilty of manslaughter. Jennifer Prescott was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The home once filled with dreams of growing families stood empty, a reminder how lies, desperation, and fear could destroy everything. If this story left you on edge, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Our next video uncovers another chilling case of love, betrayal, and a crime with devastating consequences.